What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are back for our second video of the day. Girls, I went down to the blog to see what was going on.
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
And there is a video running around of King and Quad talking about the episode, and Quad answering the question, was King banned from the show? And she basically, I'll let you hear what she said. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. Of course, the comments are so weird, but it's expected when you don't like a person, how you automatically, a lot of people will defend that person, right? And then, or I think it's weird that nobody is starting at A. Like, Greg came back to the show with his new wife, like literally thinking that he was going to have, like, get one over on Quad. Like, why would you come back to a show with your new wife and try and have her enmesh with your ex-wife's friend group? Like, what did you think was going to happen? And this weird obsession that Tanisha has with Quad, to me, is a little weird. But in addition, everybody is now upset that King said something to Gregory after Gregory admitted to telling Quad to shut the fuck up. And then acting like King is not supposed to say anything, where I thought y'all be down here talking about that's what a man is supposed to do, protect and protect and protect. If he's going to, if your partner found out that another man told her to shut the fuck up, you got a big fucking mouth, you wouldn't want your partner to go and be like, yo, don't talk to her like that. You kind of owe her an apology. We don't know what was said. We don't know the full dialogue of the conversation. We just saw Gregory say, shut the fuck up. You got a big fuck. No, we heard him say, you got a big fucking mouth. Heavenly said that he said, shut the fuck up. And that Toya was like, he was talking to Quad. And then King saying, I just want to make sure he wasn't talking to you. And then later him admitting, oh, I was talking to Quad. Now he's asking Gregory to apologize. The fact that anyone think that course of action is somehow not warranted, or he shouldn't do it, is weird. And it's weird because it shows that you don't like Quad. Because why isn't she allowed for somebody to say, oh, let me circle back around to this dude who was talking to her, because I didn't catch it last night, but I caught it tonight. Shut the fuck up. You got a big fucking mouth. Your partner, your husband, your girlfriend, wife, or whoever would allow somebody else to say that to you? And y'all would be okay with that? If somebody told your partner, shut the fuck up, you got a big fucking mouth, their ex told them that, you would think that was okay and wouldn't warrant any, like, correction? It's okay for Damon to tell everybody, hey, don't address Heavenly, come to me, leave Heavenly out of it. I don't give a fuck if whatever she says to you, come to me. Because if it gets to the next step, then I'm going to have to step in. That's part of the reason why some men, they like, Gregory is not a man that he's going to argue back with you. He's going to argue back with you. He's not going to say, I'm not, like this thing where we're practicing these gender roles where somebody can't address another person. I don't think it's okay for King to tell Gregory not to address Quad, even if she says something against him. That does not make sense. That does not make sense. You can't apply gender roles in one direction. So if she can say whatever to him, and he can't defend himself and say whatever back to her, that doesn't make sense. he can say whatever he wants. The consequences of what they say afterwards, now that's different. But we can't say, oh, Quad and Gregory can't speak to one another. Well, we know when they start speaking to each other, they get very belligerent and they get disrespectful. Both of them. Both of them. And now that Quad has this man around and is flaunting him, and she should be playing in his face. Did nobody tell you to bring your ass back here? Nobody. Nobody told you to bring your new wife and try to get in my circle of friends while she makes ageist comments about them being old and shit like that. There's no reason for that girl to even have been brought into this friend group. And I said it before and I'll say it again. I still don't like the way they did Quad with that. Nobody would be okay. None of you would be okay to be on a show for 10 years and then all of a sudden your ex-husband comes back with his new bitch. And then y'all sit at a table in Napa and try to scold me for some shit that, why are you allowing her to be a witness to what is happening in our real friendship? This lady is essentially an outsider married to a man that I was in a toxic relationship with. And y'all have her here and y'all talking to me crazy, trying to oust me from the group. And now this season, when I bring my man, I'm supposed to behave a certain way because Gregory is here. And Toya, you feel uncomfortable for him. Y'all didn't feel uncomfortable for me. Girl, fuck that. I think it's because people don't like Quad for whatever reason that they are not able to see that Gregory shouldn't even fucking be there. He shouldn't even be there at all. At all. Oh, he's a doctor. He's a doctor. Get his crazy ass out of here. Girl, I don't care. So Quad and King were down to their, I don't know whose page they were on, but of course they recorded it. And here, listen to Quad. Hold on. Because Gregory tried to press charges. Apparently there were no charges filed because it was an argument. I don't know, because I'm like, did he connect? That would be the only way that he could, press charges, or did he threaten him? Like, what happened? So let's listen.
Oh, they said you're going to jail, baby. Why? Why would he do that? Going to jail for? No, don't try to put my baby in jail. Argument. That's ridiculous. Right. That's done, honey. King called down to the police precinct, child. They said that was ridiculous and they cannot file any charges. So, people say anything. Anything don't, and y'all run with it. Don't run with it, baby. Got to check into it. The show. So here's the thing in reference to the show. What happened with that after what we saw on the sandbar? My ex, his ego was stepped on, and so he wanted to get one up on us, and so he decided that he wanted to go to the network and complain and go to the police department and try to quote unquote file some charges. And so for the moment, until we were done investigating, they had said that King can film, but he could not film with the rest of the group at that time. But he could, of course, we have our own personal story, so he could continue to film with me. Oh, they said you want, but this is my man, and we're a package. So I'm saying, but forever, everyone has always asked me about, Miss Quad, where your man at? Where your man at? And you don't have a man, and this and that and other. And so now I'm sharing this with you, that I do have a man, and it was kind of like a slap in the face when it was stated that he could not at that time film with the rest of the group. But this is my man. What happened?
That's my man, honey. My man, my man, my man. Girl, I know the reason why people have the perspectives that they have, because they don't like Quad. It's so easy and it's so identifiable, because if it were the other way around, where everybody can understand where Phaedra is coming from. Phaedra's like, why would you bring somebody around to antagonize me or ambush me? Quad could easily say the same thing. She could easily say the same thing. So how do y'all understand? You don't understand it when it comes to Quad, but you understand it when it comes to Phaedra? Oh, yeah, because you don't like Quad. So that's weird to me. Like, that's weird. Because Gregory, get your ass out. And then I'm like, when did Gregory get all these fans? Oh, they're your fans only because Quad is the opponent here. Let me read some of the comments. Quad is everything Mariah said she was. Quad, you're not even married to medicine, my love. My thing is, you provoked the man. He reacted. Y'all discussed it, and it was squashed. There was no need for King to get all macho and attempt to check Dr. G. No, it was necessary because he didn't say anything to him because he did not know that when that man said, shut the fuck up, that he was talking to Quad. And then when Gregory admitted it, that's when he was like, wait a minute. Now I feel like you got to apologize to her for that. Gregory doesn't feel like he needs to apologize, but he says it's what did he say? It is responsibility on both sides. Quad was wrong, point blank. Let's not blame it on the alcohol. Quad was wrong for what? Answering questions and turning around and saying, we want to have the baby. Isn't that what y'all wanted, girl? I feel like Quad, everything that Quad did, giving them that motherfucker hell, kissing all on King, sitting in his lap, do it. You shouldn't even be here, motherfucker. I'm gonna give you a show you really wanted to see. The way you thought Quad was gonna be sliding down walls, no, it's motherfucking Gregory sliding down a wall. He don't know how to fucking act. And he said it himself. I was uncomfortable. It was awkward. You didn't think it was awkward for her, for you to be here at all? You to be here and talking about you having babies and stuff like that with this girl? Girl, where's that girl from anyways? What part of the United States is that girl from? Texas, bitch. Let's be clear. Dr. G is bitter, and we all know a bitter ex. King stood up for Quad, and Dr. G wasn't ready for it. And that is why he brought, see, when she was there without a man, everybody thinks it's funny, right? And now she's there with a man, and he's actually checking him like, you told her to shut the fuck up? Is that what you said? Now everybody has a problem with his actions, when in all actuality, you would probably want him to do the same thing for you. That's the only reason. And then when G said, I knew you were like that because I know the kind of girl she is. I don't know what he's trying to say. A lot of y'all are saying he's trying to say they're ghetto. And now you going down to the police department trying to press charges. Weren't no charges pressed or filed. But you've been the antagonist. When you decide to come back on this show with your ex-wife and have your new wife trying to be in your ex-wife's friend group, in the same spaces with your ex-wife, you've been the antagonist. You've been the antagonist the whole time. I'm not sure how Quad has become the antagonist in this, but it's really Dr. G. It really is. You came back, and not even, let's like take the show out of it. You're in a friend group. You're bringing your new wife, who is age gap, whatever, to my friend group. We're all the same, around the same age. Quad was the youngest in the group, right? We're all, and you bring your new wife. And now that I have my new boyfriend that I'm dating, you're uncomfortable. So now we need to modify our behavior for Gregory's comfort, even though no one took into account Quad's comfortability with bringing her ex. I don't give a fuck if he is a doctor or not. The fact that you brought this woman's ex and his new partner into this woman's friend group, and nobody took into account on how, if she was going to be uncomfortable or not. But Phaedra understands what it's like to be uncomfortable with an ex around, and everybody in the confessionals are saying, ooh, don't bring exes around. But somehow no one understands how Quad wouldn't have felt the same way, if not worse, because this is somebody that caused her pain. Everybody understands in their confessional, but nobody seems to understand now that Quad has somebody to actually back her up and to be like, yo, y'all not going to not, you can't talk to her like that. That's not cool. Now there's a problem with it. He started it. Yeah, I'm going to finish it. Right? Scott said we need to let the sun set on this. No, we don't. Because I didn't know you were talking to her when you said shut the fuck up. Otherwise, I would have addressed it last night. But now that I know that you said that, now you're going to have to apologize. Well, there's responsibility on both sides. No, you need to say sorry for coming to this show trying to antagonize Quad. That's where it starts with G coming to the show thinking, oh, Quad doesn't have him. I'm glad she's moved on. She been moved on. What is this idea? And I'm glad Eugene said it. What's this idea that a woman hasn't moved on just because she doesn't have a man? She been moved on, Gregory. Nobody was stagnant and stuck waiting for the next man to come pick them up. Girl. Somebody said, women, please heal before getting into a new relationship. This is what happens when you don't. Gregory needs to heal too. He's obviously still has a lot of pain. I'm sure they're going to have to put him on a little white puffy jacket with straps on if Quad winds up pregnant. Hello? I'm sure of that. I think y'all forgot how they tried to remove her from the group last season and praised Greg and Sweet Tea. Let's stop acting like Greg and Sweet Tea wasn't excited and thought that Quad was gone and T thought she was taking over. It backfired. But when I said Quad be doing too much, everyone came for me. Dr. G did his dirt, but that man has a license and a career to worry about. So if he's pressed, why do you keep bringing him and his wife up? You talk more about them, their problems and faults more than you've been seen on the show this season. Please do you. And you and King need to move on. Girl, this is Quad Show. Girl, y'all are crazy as hell. He's a doctor and has way more to lose. Well, he doesn't want to be around negativity. You're fighting one of the star of the show, the star of the show. You're fighting her partner. I don't know. I mean, I think Tanisha and Gregory will come back if they will have them back, because I think that Tanisha wants to be close to Quad. I really do. I really do. Let's see what else is happening on the neighborhood talk. Let's see. Let me see what I have saved. Hold on. Did y'all like the video? Go ahead and like the video while I'm trying to find another little story here. Let's go to the Jasmine brand. Oh, what did I have saved? Okay. What? Introducing NikeSkims, a new brand coming this spring for the body obsessed, designed to sculpt and engineered to perform. Nike and Skims are coming together. Kanye's gonna lose his shit. Collecting bags like a Brinks truck. I ain't mad at Kimmy. I'm not either. I'm not either. I know Kanye is sliding down a wall. Billionaire business mogul Kim Kardashian just announced a new exciting partnership with Nike. Earlier today, February 18th, Kardashian and Nike simultaneously revealed the launch of their upcoming women's fitness line, NikeSkims, set to debut in US this spring. The collection will be available online and in select retail locations with a global rollout plan for 2026. This collaboration marks the first time Nike has partnered with an existing business to create a new product. Kardashian shared the news on Instagram, posting an image of a NikeSkims logo with the caption, "Introducing NikeSkims, a new brand coming to the spring for the body obsessed, designed to sculpt, engineered to perform." A joint press release described the line as one that will disrupt the global fitness and activewear industry with best in class innovation in service of all women athletes. As of now, no images, pricing, or financial details have been disclosed. However, industry insiders predict the success of Kardashian's shapewear brand Skims, last valued at $4 billion. will give Nike a competitive edge in activewear space against popular brands like Lululemon and Alo. Are you excited for the Nike Skim collection? I just said, what's his name is going to lose his damn mind. Let's read some of the comments. Nah, this is fire. Also, Nike knows how to spin the block and mess up Kanye's day. Here go the rants in 5432. She has some really good products. That Skim line has been coming with fire. You know Nike don't like me, Kanye. This lady is a beast. Nothing to report here. Kim, go away. No, thank you. This is about to boom. This is major. Kim about to make another $1 billion this year. Kim is making major business moves, as she should. Kim, get the bag, get a bag, Kardashian. Get the money, Kimberly. Let's go, Kim. I'm here for it. Now, this I can get behind. Black women, if there was never a time to keep your coins to yourself, this is it. We don't support this maggot. Oh my God. So are y'all gonna support Kim Kardashian's shapewear combined with Nike? Okay, let's see. Harvey Weinstein sues brother Bob Weinstein for fraud, says he misused a $45 million loan. Harvey Weinstein is taking legal action against his brother Bob Weinstein, accusing him of fraud. Weinstein filed a suit in New York Supreme Court last week, naming his brother former Weinstein Company president David Glasser and former EVP of accounting Erwin Redder as defendants. The suit stems from a 2017 complaint by AI International or AL International Holdings, which demanded immediate repayment of a $45 million loan personally guaranteed in 2016. According to Weinstein, his brother and associates knowingly misrepresented the loan's purpose, leading him to believe it would help sustain the Weinstein Company. Instead, he claims that they diverted significant portions of the loan's funds for unauthorized personal purposes, including bonuses, unrelated business ventures, and personal expenses. Ooh. Weinstein also alleges that Bob, Glasser, and Redder negotiated a settlement with AI International without transparency, ultimately securing the $15 million deal that left him solely responsible for the remaining $30 million plus interest. He is seeking compensatory and punitive damages, attorney's fees, and the return of any improperly appropriated assets. This lawsuit comes as Weinstein awaits trial for his 2020 SA conviction, which was overturned in April 2024. So funny how the engagement be so low on these stories about these white dudes doing these, but then in other comments it's like, where are the stories about Harvey Weinstein? Where's the stories about Jeffrey Epstein? Where's the story about the Abercrombie and Fitch man? And then when they post the stories, y'all ignore the stories. There's no engagement. 2 hours ago, 6 comments. 3 hours ago, 286 comments on the Married to Medicine clip. You understand what I'm saying? No engagement, low engagement, but then also complaining that nobody runs stories on these white men who do it. Y'all don't say nothing when the white men do it. Right? Suge Knight's son, Suge J. Knight Jr. How is he a junior when the middle name is different? Marion is, oh wait, did they name wait, okay. His name is Marion Suge. His nickname is Suge Knight, Marion Knight. They named the child Suge J. Knight Jr. I guess that's just your name because his name is Marion Knight. So how are you a junior and nobody else's name is Suge? That's his nickname, girl. I would say how the fuck do you name your child your man's nickname? But there's little Future over there running around. So, girl, I will never understand that. Just because your father was intimidating and a bully doesn't mean you are and have to be. If it's that serious, sue for defamation and have some class. So Suge Knight's son is challenging Ray J to a fight.
Quick, I'm gonna get to the point. Hey, Ray J, real quick, bro. How about we set up this fade? Let's do the Suge J versus Ray J fight. Let's get that. Let's get straight to it because you want to talk about my family. You want to spread out lies. Let's run that. Suge J versus Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been homeschooled all your whole life, bro. I graduated from Crenshaw. I don't think you're ready for this, but you know what? I'm gonna call you out on that. It's a real West Coast fade. I'm gonna really whip that ass. I ain't the cones, my night. Trust me. Getting all these little messages, so real quick, I'm gonna get to the point.
He said, "These ain't the combs. I'm a knight." Uh-oh. The people said last time I saw him, he was on that realtor show. I believe him too. I ain't the combs sent me. How in the hell is Ray J beefing with them people? Him and Whack 100, they're fucking weird. I'm telling you, them niggas are weird as hell. Whack 100 always talking about how he got a tape on somebody, and it's always the same MO. He's gonna expose somebody for having sex with a man. Girl, all of them is having sex with men, okay? You ain't exposing shit. You've been in there too long. You think that people are still moved by that. Girl, they are though. The people swear they don't care what other people do in their bedrooms, but they do. We determined that was a lie. Maury determined that was a lie. They said it was a lie. So are y'all gonna go watch the Ray J Suge J? Girl, how the fuck is your name Suge Jr. and your father's name is Marion? Niggas are dumb. I'm telling you. That's why I want to know. The only thing I took from this is how the fuck are you Suge Jr. and your father's name is Marion? Girl, I asked you. That's what I want to know. Leadership, the ability to lead is not a gender-based skill set. It is not a gender-based skill set. Are women better leaders than men? The idea that men are good leaders is where we have to start. It's just like the idea that women gossip and men don't. Men gossip. This idea where human behavior is attributed to a gender, that's the problem now. Men, just because they exist with a penis does not make them a good leader. And I think a lot of women and men need to unlearn that. This idea that just because a person exists with a penis makes them a better leader than a person with a vagina is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You being a man just standing there does not mean that you're here to protect, doesn't mean you're here to provide, doesn't mean you're here to lead. None of that shit. None of it. None of it. Just like I said the other day, just because leadership and being logical is a masculine trait, that does not mean it's exclusive to people with penises. That means that you think that masculine is for men and femininity is for women, when no, it's both. Everybody is both. Everybody has masculine and feminine traits, and assigning characteristics to a gender is how people get fucked up. You being a leader has nothing to do with you being a man, nothing to do with you being a woman. It is a skill set that not everybody can do. Not every man is able to be a leader just because he's a man. That doesn't make any sense. So let's listen to what this person has to say.
I think that y'all made that up and y'all don't really like it for real. Y'all hate it actually. Did you? I feel like men are bad leaders. I think that y'all made that up and y'all don't really like it for real. Y'all hate it actually. Y'all hate it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's very.
Women are amazing. Men hate leaders. We're naturally leaders. We're naturally leaders. So women are better leaders than men. Yes. It's not. If you y'all complain, if you look at y'all complain about any other thing on y'all back, we just eat that shit. Yes. For you to say I can't cry and yes. We gonna cry and still do it. I'm literally gonna cry with the baby attached to my titty while I'm folding laundry and probably working from home and cooking your dinner at the same goddamn time. I asked you to clean a fork that you just used, that you left in the sink. Oh my god.
And furthermore, leaders don't have to be asked to do something. There's no way that a woman and a man in a household, and the woman is literally divvying out orders, divvying out things that people need to do, managing schedules, reminding people to get doctor's appointments, technically leading the household. And you have to ask somebody to do something that is not you. You don't have to ask a leader to do anything. You don't have to ask a leader to do anything. They take the initiative, they put forth the effort, and they get things done. They're not getting labeled leaders just because they have a penis. They're not being labeled protectors and providers just because they have a penis. A lot of the times, y'all are the generals in the relationship, and them niggas are the privates being told what to do. And then you tell the community, because he's a man and you have to stroke his ego, that he's the leader, effectively lying while you actually are the leader. You are managing the business of the entire household while you have to tell him what to do. And I agree, y'all don't like it. There are so many men stressed out at the fact that they have been given the assignment to protect and provide just because they're men, and they're like, I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to show up. And then being told they're not men because they're not protecting and providing, as if all of them are able to do it just because they exist as men. They like to be told that. They like to feel like they're leading, and they have the patriarchy to thank for that. And women who listen and who follow the tenets of the patriarchy by saying a man's role is to do this, this, and that. It is not his role. Just because he exists as a man does not mean that he's here to protect and provide for you. That is not his role. A lot of men can't do it, but they are willing to take on the job because it gives them a hierarchy over a woman, knowing good and goddamn well you're not fit to lead. You have no leadership qualities. You always have to be told what to do. Somebody has to remind you. Somebody, like she just said, I'm asking you to wash a fork. You don't have to ask a leader to do nothing. Nothing. If you are always giving somebody orders, you are always giving somebody instructions, that's not the leader is not getting instructions from you. These niggas have been given vanity titles of protectors, providers, and leaders just because we are in a system of patriarchy. And we know, once again, it's a lie. And when you as a woman start running around telling people that's a man's role and that's a man's job, you, my dear, are agreeing to the tenets of patriarchy. And I don't know if you've heard, but they don't have any plans for you under a system of patriarchy. So while you're trying to make men abide by the rules of patriarchy, guess what plans they have for you under the same system? You cannot hold men to rules of patriarchy and not you follow the rules too. Right? You have to release men of that. They are killing themselves trying to be these things that they are not fit or suited, nor have the skill set or the emotional intelligence to do. Not all of them. Y'all have got to get, so many women have put themselves in horrible positions, allowing some man to lead just because he's a man. And you're looking at him knowing he is not qualified to be a leader, but you're just sitting there like, God damn, okay, well, he's a leader. I allow him to lead. He's the head of the household, girl. And you got to tell him when to go get a goddamn prostate exam. Girl, please.
Because it's a fucking fort. God damn it, it's a fucking fort. Please, I got a million. I'm trying to keep this house afloat. You talking to me about a fort. What's keeping it afloat? You know, and listen, what's y'all keeping it afloat? This is the that I feel like men are bad leaders. I think that y'all.
What's keeping it afloat? And then they put, oh, we men and we got to deal with the struggles of the world in a patriarchy. As a woman, you're telling me the struggles that you have as a man in a patriarchy. If you don't get the fuck out my face, I don't give a fuck. Because you a man running around here talking about it's so hard, and you already ahead in the race just because you have a dick. You've been given labels just because you have a dick. That's it. You've been given labels, you've been given positions just because you have a dick. Don't tell me you have it hard, bitch. I don't want to hear shit. Oh, it's so hard for the black man. Girl, I don't want to hear it. You don't tell me it's hard for a black man and be looking at a black woman talking about it's hard for us. Girl, what? Girl, get out of my face.
Made that up.
Let me read some of the comments. Y'all don't get tired of these conversations. A great leader can be any gender. However, not everyone can lead regardless of gender. There, let's move on. Right. I said it's a fallacy to believe just because they're men, they're leaders. The skill set of being a leader is not gender based. Women raise family. We are natural leaders. We let men think they lead. We secretly are leading in the background. See that shit, that performance, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said the other day when I had a critique about Morris Chestnut and his wife posturing for her community saying he's a leader and this and that. Girl, you probably given all the instructions in the back. We know